Hey you guys, Matt with Homeowner Pal. I just came across a very curious situation. It's got my mind running. I want to try and solve it and figure out what's going on with it with you guys. So let's get started. So I went to go do my son's laundry and I noticed when I opened the dryer that there's water in it. I thought that is curious. So the first thing I did was check around the floor, make sure that the washing machine didn't leak a bunch of water, and there's nothing on the outside, nothing on the floor other than what's dripped directly from this. So that leads me to believe that there's something wrong with my dryer vent. Now my dryer vent doesn't just cut straight out the wall outside. It goes up into the attic, it goes up the wall into the attic, and then runs up out through the roof. So we're gonna go exploring. Cats are curious as well, of course. What I'm gonna do to verify my suspicions before I start crawling around the attic, I'm going to pop off my my vent right here, and then I'm gonna see if I'm gonna look in there with a flashlight and see if there's any moisture in there. Also important to note, I did cut the breaker off because I saw moisture in there. I'm gonna unplug it just to be safe. Moisture and electricity aren't the best match. Okay, so up in the attic, that's our pipe back there in the background, runs over and then goes straight down into the wall there. I mean, so condensation would make sense, but in this attic, it's foam. So the way condensation would make sense is if the AC's been running for, days on end and the heat is astronomical in the attic, which would make sense in a Florida home. And I haven't used the dryer in a very long time. But I use the dryer, 2-3 times a week. I have 2 kids, so I'm always doing laundry, and I have a foamed attic, so it doesn't get that hot in here. So it leads me to believe that there's either structural integrity somewhere in this pipe, which I doubt because water's not seeping into the attic, it looks like. But we're going to go look at the structural integrity of the pipe itself, make sure everything's still connected and good. Then we're going to go to the roof. Hey you guys, this probably goes without saying. I just want to mention, if you're ever crawling around your attic, make sure that you have good footing on your trusses. Do not walk on the sheetrock or step on any electrical boxes or lights. Anything that looks like this right here. You want to make sure you got a good secure footing before you move on to the next step. A lot of, if you have spray and insulation, then you got to be really careful and make sure you know what you're doing whenever you're moving around up here. I'm a little old to be crawling around in attics nowadays, but got to do what you got to do. This pipe is strapped on all the studs going up, so I mean it looks good to me. It's sealed well. I don't see any water damage anywhere, so it leads me to believe that the problem's going to be on the roof. So we're going to head up there now. Okay, well, we're on the roof. This is our vent, the top of our vent. I didn't see any water damage up there, and I have open cell foam in the attic, so if water was leaking it would come through the foam. So I don't think it's anything with the actual roof. I think that this thing is just kind of seen better days, so I'm gonna have to get it replaced. But for now, what I'm gonna do, when all else fails, you can always count on duct tape. So I'm gonna tape up these seals just to ensure hopefully no more water intrusion into my dryer. Okay, well, we've got her nice and taped up. Anywhere where water could intrude is nice and sealed. But I did notice through further inspection that my flapper in here was stuck in the open position. So I sprayed some other trusty WD-40 on it and loosened it up a bunch. So I'm thinking what happened was maybe the winds from the storm. We didn't have much rain here, but there were a couple little spurts there. I'm thinking maybe the wind just pushed the flap open and it maybe kept it open, and then it just kind of got some water in there. Hopefully that's all it is. So now we're gonna go shop back out the dryer, make sure everything's nice and dry before we turn her on. All right. Shop backed it out. Now I'm gonna plug it in, and I'm gonna hook my vent back up, plug it in, and run it on air dry for about 30 minutes. And she's running like a dream. So I guess that means problem solved. All right, I hope that helped someone somewhere. That was definitely informative for me. Please go to homeownerpal.com, create a free account, check us out, see all the stuff we got for you guys. Tim and I work very hard on it. We're continuing to work very hard on it and building it and adding stuff to it and taking away. Give us some feedback, please. Let us know if there's anything you want to see or don't want to see. You can call us on the hotline 423-467-5463 or 423-HOPLINE, or email us at admin@homeownerpal.com, and you can also text the hotline as well, that phone number that I just gave you. Thank you guys so much.